Hello and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals edition, Friedrich's game versus TF-1377. We're looking at June 18, 1942, and potential, well, night action. Looks like 21% moonlight, and they're bombing. Ooh, getting some flak into his bombers, but he's hitting us. He's hitting our. He even damaged 4 of our chops, but we damaged and yeah, we got into his aircraft as well. I'm hearing another ship sink. That might be from our raid over in Andaman Sea. Okay, where are our PT boats? They must have fled. Okay. Well, that's no good. Alright, he's taking casualties unloading, but I mean, it's a shame because we don't have a chance here. I mean, our PT boats got out of there, and what are you gonna do? Okay, a dud. Man, every time I see a sub, a Japanese sub, firing at one of my ASW assets, I just assume it's going to hit. He's been so successful. Ooh, damaged engines. He's been so successful here with his subs. Okay, I don't get it. Like, I think, well, I have 2 here, maybe 2. I thought I had 3. I have 2 destroyer minesweepers. Only one is used both turns back to back. The Hopkins just sits there and watches, so then the Trevor runs out of ammo. I don't get it. But the I-15 took one decent hit to the engines. We might see that one might be needing to go back. The Gudgeon decides to fire at a patrol boat for some reason, but out here in the deep, maybe it'll be a little protected. But we are seeing some action here in the Marshall, so that's a good thing. Ooh. So this is what I was worried about. I was going straight west, and I figured he'd park his sub here, assuming I was going to head west. And so it looks like that's exactly what happened. But I didn't want to, I thought of doing a detour, trust me. I thought of doing different things, but I was worried that we wouldn't get far enough away from his aircraft if I took other weird routes. I don't know. Maybe I should have gone north. Well, it is what it is now, right? Okay. With ASW numbers, okay, here we go. Finally, we're getting into his sub. But with these values that this has, okay. I was thinking we would do more damage than we had been. Yeah, this is getting wrecked. Yeah. I don't know why it's not surfacing already. It's debris is floating. I think it's done. But yeah, this doesn't show him much. He's gonna see all this. Sure, there's a battleship and some things, but he doesn't even know if our carriers are here. I don't know. Maybe he knows, but yeah, his sub is dead. Dud from a Dutch sub? Come on, guys. I need you guys to hit every time. Okay, AM phase of the air. These carrier aircraft spot things like always unconfirmed reports. Okay. 'Cause, 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 keeping our Hudsons and Warways busy looking for subs, that's for sure. All right, All right, we're running out of aircraft. I thought I had more sitting over cans, but as usual. Now this time, no losses, 3 destroyed, and I did see all 12 of them disappeared, so that's a good sign. Do you remember when he fired off 30? Now he has 13. He's probably worn out, but we have still significant numbers. I mean, it's dwindling for sure, but let's get through this. Okay. Another good round of air-to-air. 3 destroyed Oscars to 1 Warhawk. He's coming in with Nels, bombing Ambon again. Follow up 3 zeros. Let's hope we don't take too much damage from this. Nope, we lose a P400. I really can't afford to lose these guys, but we're flying over to the tanks again. All right, he does have Nates escorting, but these bombers are precariously in danger because these Nates might not hold up. Let's just get through this because this. Now we didn't shoot down. I think we shot down one of these 1Cs, and that was about it. But he's getting into our stuff. You can see there. He destroyed some stuff on the ground. We did destroy some of his aircraft, but we're not. His sweeps, even though they're weak, relatively speaking, of course, he's doing enough to keep us from shooting down more of his bombers. And here he's getting some more of stuff on us. Okay, bombing on the road to Sion. I'm gonna have to cap that. I don't know. I don't know. This is frustrating. We should have protected that. Come on. Now this does nothing. We have nothing parked here, but well, I mean it doesn't do nothing, but I don't know. All right, Lily's bombing Wenchao. But we do have Blenheims. Now we're flying. I think I parked them down at 5,000 feet. Let's see if we... Still nothing. Well, severe storms. Man, the weather is frustrating here. Can't you think, well, okay, the storms have got to be over, right? Well, maybe it's just a bad time of the year. I'm not familiar with... Okay, now here we're talking. Got some Wellingtons and B-25s coming in. 14 vehicles lost, 4 destroyed, 10 disabled. Okay. We're bombing the troops that are moving here. We're trying to see if we can chew them up before they get in and mix in with our stuff. All right. 8 destroyed non-combat. That's decent. Okay, follow-up bombers. I don't know. All right, let's see. More unconfirmed reports. Okay, so we may have something significant there in the... Okay. We're ways. Okay. Looks like we're trying to get the I-130. I guess what I was saying is we got something significant happening in the Dutch East Indies. He's probably trying to clean it up. I don't know. In any case, we got B-17s coming in. He has Oscars here protecting it. All our bombers get through, although, and we're able to return the favor and damage some of his stuff on the on the airfield, on the runways, damaging and destroying some of his stuff here. Runway hits, level bomber damage, dive bomber destroyed, supply dump hits. So, you know, I guess that's fair, right? For both of us to be successful in various ways. He was successful in Batavia, and we were successful here at Cooktown. I wish these numbers were higher, but you know, he does have good cap there, so. All right. I guess that's it for air. Okay. I guess the Dutch K7 got it fired a dud, and then it decided, you know, we don't want to leave empty-handed, so let's try again. Should sink that one. Yep. And yeah, more unloading here. We do get 2 shell hits on, but you know, 75 millimeter, it's probably bouncing off even. All right, so he's doing a deliberate attack here. Should just, oh, well, all right. I don't see how we can hold this though. See, because he has disruption and fatigue from our bombings, but the problem is we can't defeat a tank, so we're just going to get wrecked here anyway, regardless. Okay? And he does do this deliberate attack that I expected, but now we have the 32nd Infantry parked here, and we hold pretty well. 1 to 15. Wow. Now, we have low experience compared to him, but he has high disruption, and we hold strongly. I don't think he expected this division to get in here. And the armored regiment actually was in reserve mode. I don't think he's going to attack again, not for some time. My question is, should we attack him? It's clear terrain, maybe, I don't know. The problem is this regiment or whatever will slide in. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I will attack. Because he'll still have the disruption, right? Anyway, we'll look at our units. If they look healthy, that's another reason. This armored regiment was highly disrupted or exhausted or both. That's another reason I put it in reserve mode, because I was hoping we could let it rest. And then maybe we'll see the stats and see if it's worth attacking. Because if we can attack and knock him back out of this hex, that'll be a positive, I think. All right. Anyway, that's enough about that. All right. Deliberate attack here on the road yet again. All right. Now it's 1-to-1. It's getting a little bit better for him. And the numbers of losses are better for him as well. And here's his bombardment at Wenchow. Takes decent damage. And his bombardment on this road here. And also on this road, Xi'an road. And okay. Okay, the crossroads. Okay, this is Pegu, where we always get wrecked. Yep. Alright. Maitila. deliberate attack. That should just be a wall. Destroyed. Surrenders. They're just like, okay, we're tired. They've been chased around a bit, so yeah, completely destroyed. We do no damage to his division. All right, bombardment attack at Ranger. Let's see. Very light damage. Bombardment at Padang. Surprise. Well, the odds are not really in his favor there. We're bombarding. Now it's up. Now it's our turn to do the actions here. Okay. We're bombarding at Ban Yermasin because he unloaded. Alright, Rangoon. Okay. You're in China. That should do it. Nope. We got one more. That's right. North China. Okay, we're getting into his units. Oh, we took some damage too. I didn't scroll down, but probably a disabled unit somewhere. Alright, Townsville to size 8. Nice. I've been waiting for that. Some other expansions, which, well, don't excite me as well. But anyway, still take them. I just like the Townsville thing because we have a lot of aircraft there, and yeah, we need all we need all of the air aviation support we can get. All right, this is most likely shuffling of air units. All right, with the Coral Sea as our backdrop and some lurking ships and Japanese ships and whatnot, let's take a look. 3, 2 plus 2 is 5, 12 air losses for us. 15, 21, 22, 29 for him. So 12 to 29, we'll take that every round. Let's look here. Okay. 3 killed pilots and or crew from bombers, say, which is unfortunate. It's always unfortunate to lose one. But if we look at the statistics here, it's pretty heavily in our favor. I'm going to leave I mean, you can pause and look at this. I'm not going to really go over it too much. I just want you to be able to see how well we've been fighting the air war. Most of this is basically the vast majority of this is a combination of Australia and Java. We didn't do much significant over Burma, Rangoon, but yeah. So here you are. Take a look, and we'll be back for June 20th. June 19th turn resolution. Take care. And we're back with June 19. Got some attacks going. So I'm actually, well, one attack? Alright. Our PT boats aren't doing any. Literally, I checked, our PT boats are sitting in this hex watching this happen. Okay. And then they come out when the destroy. Okay, whatever. We're surprised. Hey, we took a hit. Wasting all our torpedoes on destroyers. Why didn't we fire those earlier, like a day or two ago, when we could have hit some transports? Yeah, we lost one. One looks like the TM-11, but the TM-10 looks like it's... Ooh, this... Okay, it's gonna go down. Alright, breaking off. He took out 2 of us. Okay. Alright, that night bombing again. We don't have any night fighters. So it looks like mainly he just took damage. Alright, now he's bombing, he's bombarding. We bombarded a few days ago or longer. Um, I've heard that bombarding not a non-base is very challenging, and you can see here 5 ships. It's not a huge force bombarding our ground troops here. We take 1 disabled non-combat. Now I don't know how much disruption or fatigue we get from it, but okay. Port hit, fuel hit. Ooh. Yeah, I've said it before. I need these S boats and the Dutch boats to step it up. Make up for the lack of for all the Mark 14 duds. All right, we're hitting this. You can see a little bit of fire, smoke, whatever. I think that's just really low system. No, maybe 12 or 15 or 18 systems damage. Nothing big. Hey, severe casualties. Um, maybe the system's damage is going up. You know, these. Okay. Well, the S-45 did something. All right, and this ad has some troops on it. Not sure if it'll sink because it's sitting here in a port, but and maybe even docked. I don't know. But 1 destroyed vehicle, a couple of destroyed non-combat. I don't know if it's picking up to move them or dropping them off. All right, our PT boats came back. The problem is we fired the torpedoes against the destroyers. Yeah, see, Mark 14 dud. Ooh. Uh, all right, air phase. Let's see what we got. You know, I really can't complain now. There's no fog of war on my own ships when I lose them. And I can tell you we haven't lost one in quite a while. So I really can't and shouldn't complain. Because every ship we're sinking of his, so far we haven't had any of our own losses. For a while, I should say. All right, he's doing the sweep here. Nate's it's good enough. He doesn't need better planes because he's not. I don't think his goal. Well, if I were Japan, I don't think the goal is to shoot all these down as much as just wear out the pilots, make them overwork, and then the bombers come in and do their thing. But it looks like we took out 17 of these aircraft. I mean, again, probably not all destroyed, and no allied losses. But look here, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we had 14 aircraft in the sky, and we didn't destroy, but we shoot away 17. So that's pretty good ratio. All right, let's see. This is significant force here. Let's see how we do. Oh, wow. That's pretty strong. 5 Lightnings against 13 Oscars, and all but one were were swept. And then, of course, here he didn't have any cap. So it looks like we know where to cap. It's the tanks here. He's not worried about us bombing his infantry division, which for good reason, we are not bombing his infantry division. Okay, now he has Oscars escorting. He could use the Oscars to sweep, except he may not have as many. Maybe he's rotating them out. Okay. Alright, let's push through. We did shoot some of these Sallies down. We're destroying some by flak as well. We are taking hits on the runway. Taking damage to whatever aircraft is sitting there. You can see there. We actually lost one destroyed, more damage. Okay. We lost a Dutch Buffalo and a Dutch bomber here. Now, we may have lost something else, but we also destroyed a few of his aircraft too. And this raid is not escorted, but I don't see how we're going to shoot down very many of these. Let's just push through if that's okay. Yeah, we didn't do much. But look, he's down to 7. Flak did some as well. Padang, poor Padang. The might of the Japanese Air Force is upon you. And we're flying. Okay, we got through his cap somehow. Okay. Let's take a look here. Heavy rain, I guess that's why. At some point, those fighters have got to shoot at us, right? The very last ray. Okay, I don't get it. But we did destroy 5 tanks and disable 5 more. And, ooh, Mitchell's coming in. Another 7 tanks destroyed, 4 disabled. That was, it looks like only the B-25s and the Wellingtons are worth anything here. It's possible I'm misusing our British bombers. Maybe I should just be having them on ASW and just leave it at that. Alright, we got 15 bombers here. 15 heavy bombers at that. And they'll make it through, but let's just see if their accuracy is diminished. We do get some runway hits, and I went maybe a little bit too fast. I think it might have been nice to see if we destroyed some stuff on the ground. But we did. So look at this. That's a nice raid, actually. Nice. I don't know if we damaged any, but 3, 4, 5 aircraft destroyed on the ground, and that's possibly low. I'm hoping it's low. We also damaged the base quite significantly. It's possible his bombers won't be able to go. This is my goal. I'm trying to make Cooktown another Kumak, where I'm hitting it so hard, he's like, it's not worth being here. And so far it hasn't worked. He's stubbornly holding on to it. The partial cloud I was hoping would help, and it did on that one raid. This raid was less successful. And I just noticed something else. Now it's not over, and PM phase. So far he has not done his usual sweep over cans, so. Okay, we've hit both the I-30 and I-28. Well, that's what they're telling us. We're not writing off the submarines just yet. We'll keep them on the record books for now. Okay, this is why he's not doing anything. He's flying cap here, and we might get shredded. Alright, well, not too bad. We lose 3, let's see, we got from 17 to 12. Yeah, we may have lost 5 of those bombers, but we do damage his ground troops. We are going for an attack. He may or may not know it. We lose some B-26s as well. But again, we're getting into his troops. I'm trying to beat him up enough to make him retreat. I don't know if that's going to happen here, but that's what we're doing. I really need to take Kumok because as soon as I take Kumok, all these bombers are going to Australia, I'm telling you. I may or may not keep any for some other operations, but in the South Pacific, but I feel like here's the thing. I don't want to be gamey in this thing. I'd rather role semi role play. I think the Allies, before they started taking islands, I think they would probably be wanting to push the Japanese off of Australia. So that's going to be my goal, whether it's strategically correct or within the game, the ideal scenario. I'm going to do it anyway. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I was talking about using these guys to bombard a retaliatory strike, but I opted not to, and I'll tell you why. All this stuff will cost a lot of supplies to bombard back, reply, and that's costly to me. I opted not to. I'm okay counter battery here, but China doesn't have a lot of supplies. Um, I'm not gonna actively bombard him. He has been unsuccessful kicking us out of this hex, so he's returning to just bombardment. And bombardment on this little port road. I don't know how he's supplying these bombardments, honestly. But, you know, he's getting resources from various areas that I have unsuccessfully held. He's bombarding us here, probably testing what we have, and he can see that we don't have much. He loses a good chunk of troops, although we're the ones with the destroyed squad. He just loses some disabled. He's doing a bombardment at Pegu here. And again, we're losing stuff and he's not. We'll have to, we're sucking it up here. Then Rangoon. Another destroyed gun. Alright, bombardment. Alright, time for us to retaliate. Now, he's not bombarding us here anymore. I'm thinking he's low on supplies. Alright, we did lose a gun and one disabled. I'm going to look into that because I want to keep him replenished if I can. I'm not ready to do an attack here quite yet. It's ×3. Maybe give it a couple more days. Maybe do some bombing as well. Alright, this may work. This may work. Yeah. All right, which way does he go? All right, so he does go up the road and not up this way. But I'm going to tell you something, okay? While we won this battle, op mode, oh, defender in op mode. He, okay, let's see, what did he have in here? I don't know which one of these was in a bad op mode, or both. He may have been trying to retreat, and we caught him in move mode, maybe. Now we're disrupted ourselves, but oh, I think the disrupted is our tank unit, armored regiment. But look, we didn't lose much. Got some nice, valuable experience, I hope, and lost only one squad. The rest are replaceable here. And he lost significant casualties in this attack, 31 destroyed guns, as well as significant casualties elsewhere. He's low on supply. That's a good sign. It's possible these guys have been low on supply for some time now. Maybe I'll bomb them a bit and soften them up and do an attack here. The problem is it's ×3, so it may... Oh, I know what we need to do. Bring the division and tanks back in here and then go at it. This division is broken. He's not going to stick around. He's going to run. He does have another division at Cooktown. I'm not chasing him back there. He may bring that division out to meet us. I just don't know. Uh, I couldn't tell you what his thoughts and plans are. So, moving on. All right. We are bombarding a reply at Rangoon. And a reply here in China. And I think that's going to be it. Nope, I always forget this one. Couple of cavalry elements taking some hits. Okay, man, I was not expecting that to be that attack to be that successful, but um, yeah, I'm in, I think I think we're gonna lose a lot of aircraft this turn. I think he's going to as well, and I'll have to revisit that and decide, maybe start switching up to sweeps instead of um, cap and go from there. I I'm not sure what he's going to do about his air base there at Cooktown, but anyway, on to other things. We got some reinforcements here. Let's take a look. Okay, um, this is where I wanted to start. First of all, retreating. Okay, what's going on? Okay, a retreating division. I don't see any markings here. We do have high detection. No marks here determining what he's doing. What I mean by that is it looks like he's just content sitting here with a division size unit. Um, could he have this many troops in just engineers and garrison? I don't know, maybe like a regiment and then a base force and headquarters and an engineer, like either aviation. Anyway, whatever he has here, he has 4 units that make up approximately a division size. Okay, here's the thing. Um, he's not moving them anyways, or at least the indicator we're not seeing it. That tells me that he's content just pulling back here, which I'm guessing he's going to at top speed. I'm gonna let him, honestly. I'd rather move in here and eliminate this division ASAP. So we're gonna bring in our armored regiment and our infantry division. I think I'm gonna think about this because the other alternative, I might bring a tank up here and try to find this unit that was up in this area. Um, so I'll think about that. But also, but I probably will move something here to finish this off. Um, but I wanted to show you something else. So there's four subs in this hex alone. That's not by design. Well, the patrol includes Cooktown, and so by design they're here. But I didn't intend for four to be here at the same time. The goal there is if reinforcement ships come, they will. And if you look here, not one of them has been spotted, so he has no ASW assets flying in this area. And that's great for us because we can sit here and his ships can come in, sure, and hopefully he doesn't have enough ASW escorts. My guess is he needs to supply this, he needs to reinforce it, or he needs to withdraw. And whatever he decides to do, he's going to need transports, and we will be waiting for him. Now, they will be moving around. They're not going to stay here, but that's kind of cool. Also, I wanted to show you something else while we're here. Airfield damage is already back to 9. I don't know how much damage we made it, but I'm sure it was much higher than that. But he has significant engineering assets in this area, which may account for a lot of these spotted troops. But fighters and bombers are still sitting here. He's not afraid to stay put, is the bottom line. And because it's raining, and because our Air Force has been like more or less nonstop flying, I'm gonna park them for a bit and let them rest at least a day. Um, but plus, I want to do a big air offensive, start a big air offensive against this hex right here. Um, and as soon as this division gets here, we're going to do an attack and just see how we do. Hopefully by then his supplies have dwindled and we can do some significant damage. Okay. And before I move around too much, well, I will come over here real quick and then point out our tanks have already arrived just south of Kumak. They are parked here purposefully waiting for the slow infantry. As soon as the infantry get here, I think how I'm going to do it is send an infantry or something in and have everything else follow it, because then we'll go as slow as the slowest infantry. Okay? That's the thought there. All right. What else do we got moving up here? We got a combat engineer regiment moving very slowly. That's interesting. The 161st is just a covering force, and slow moving 41st A. So I'm going to have to remember that. I will use the 41st Infantry A Division to tick it off. Okay. And everyone will follow him because he's the slowest. All right, good, good, good. Things are looking up. We got a long road ahead of us, and I do not want to get overconfident because he still has this very strong KB. He has something going on up here. Maybe he's picking up reinforcements for Cooktown. I don't know, but it's far from over. We've had a victory here. We're surrounding a guy here. That's a semi-victory. If he broke it out now, that would be a shame. But it's we're making progress. Okay. But let's jump into the statistics. 911. Okay. Well, anyway, that's 11. He lost a significant amount, including destroyed on field. We bombed Cooktown, and he still destroyed 10 airframes, and he's still sitting pretty. I just need to rest the heavy bombers. I can't over stress them and start losing the airframes and the pilots. 20, let's see, 22, 31, 31 to 11. I mean, we're starting to see. I don't know. Maybe this is an anomaly, and we'll see a shift back the other way in a bad way. But it looks like the last few days we've seen 1-2 or 1-3 loss ratios. Okay, but let's see what the situation is. Okay, Nate's, he's lost a significant amount, air to air and ground. Now, the ground was our bombing, so I guess it looks like mostly Nate's were destroyed in that bombing raid. 7 air to air, that would be his sweep up in Java. So yeah, 16 Nates, and I don't think this adds up correctly. However, let's just keep going. 6 zeros, uh, and really, you can look at this yourself. We did lose a B-17, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. I need to keep them from being overworked. We're gonna rest him. He did lose a Lily. We see the Marauders and the Mitchells that flew. We lost way too many. I can't replace either one. Well, no, I can replace the Marauders. The Mitchells are unfortunately lost for. We can't replace them for a few months. Sally's, he lost 5 total, 4 Oscars, 2 more Sallys, so I guess 7 total. But yeah, not bad. We did lose. According to this statistics, we lost 1 airframe on the ground, which was this. When he did that bombing raid, we lost Buffalo defending in the air, and then this Dutch bomber on the ground. Okay, but how many pilots did we lose? Oof. 1 missing. Hopefully get him back. 6 killed. This could be from our bombers too. Oh. Anyway, it always sucks to have that happen. Um, Ship sunk, anything reported? Yeah, these Dutch PT boats. I'm going to say last month, and we're going to start with the reverse sorting, and I'm just going to go over the top few in case there's something we missed. Uh, Yesterday, this 18th, we supposedly sank the I-11 in this cargo ship. The 17th, we had a successful bombing raid in the Andaman Sea and destroyed 4 cargo ships. And near Makassar, a Dutch sub sank this cargo ship. And then supposedly, I'm still not writing this one off. Not, I mean, if the if the government is, I certainly am not still. The This light cruiser Kashima down here in the somewhere in this area, actually, of the Solomon Sea. Okay, so that's just the last few days. Okay. And really, actually, the Kashima did not sink over here where it was hit by a torpedo. It sank well, okay, this is where it's reported sunk, somewhere in this area, heading back to base. Is it possible? Well, I mean, I guess, but it didn't look that damaged, and I can't count any of this stuff out until it's for sure. Also, I've heard that subs when they're well, sorry, any anything you spot, like these ships here, things like that, these subs, anything on the map, that whatever you have parked out here is means that's when your spotter spotted them. And they're still on the map until they've discovered that they're not there anymore. What that tells me, if that's true, what that tells me is if we spotted this sub, let's say, as an example, if we spotted this sub and this sub, but then later we flew out and bombed them both and destroyed them, they would still be on the map until spotters go out and say, oh, they're not there anymore after all. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm not 100% sure if that's true. Okay, we're unloading some much needed reinforcements. Well, I don't know how much needed, but these guys will, I think I'll just march them right up here, have this other regiment shuffle up here, and we can cover these easily enough. I just, again, I don't want to keep open a back door for him to come in here and get in behind us while we're sitting here, sitting ducks out of supply. And look at this. We've got the New Zealand 14th New Zealand Brigade that's going to unload and just camp out at Noumea and help hold with the high AV. But I'm telling you, as soon as we liberate, I should say, Kumak, I'm going to shuffle. Basically, I'm going to have significant garrisons here, at least a regiment, if not stronger, in each of these bases. And as well as, of course, we're going to have engineers and stuff still, base forces still working here. But I would love to move any divisions we have and significant size units like this brigade, as well as air units, shuffle them over here. And like I said, I kind of want to play the card that says, if this happened in real life, I don't think the Allies would sit here and say, hey, we should take Guadalcanal or Shortlands before we liberate Northeast Australia. They would plan, and they would still have units preparing for stuff, like might start planning for Indeni as soon as we get this area secure, but we're not going to be acting on it immediately. Okay. Um, Moving on, I'm going to jump up here. Uh, we didn't do what I'd hoped, and now these PT boats are kind of useless. So we'll return them to Batavia, but they don't have. Hmm, it's not going to work. All right, I'm going to go here and actually return to here. I don't. That's still 11. That's okay. We'll refuel and let's say uh direct route, which already is selected. So it's going to go here and then as direct as it can to here and refuel and maybe just stay parked there with these other, well, this AMC. Yeah, I mean, there's no, we've got already PT boats and just different things here. Um, and not like we need them here, but I mean, they haven't been very successful for me anyway. Uh, Plus, he's not invading this hex. He is seriously just going in. He's already in on the ground. He's got a couple of divisions worth just parked here. I don't know. This is not going to last too long, but hey, we've got a lot of supplies, um, and hopefully our fighters can hold out. That's our only hope. Well, this is kind of a stalemate for now. I think he's going to get the upper hand, especially if he brings this division down the road, and which I imagine he is. We are going to march here and try to take that. Hopefully, he doesn't know we're here still, but since we're next to this base, he might. I don't know how that works. And if he's not reconning, maybe we're sneaking through here. Now we're significantly damaging his tanks. He's not going to attack us. I don't know why, but he's bringing this whole division. He's going to obliterate us here. Um, which reminds me, let's take a look. We have not lost a single lightning. Now all seven are damaged. We're going to stand down. Um, Not also. Seven are damaged, two are ready. Um, Check this out, 11 and 10. Serious damage there. But hey, that's pretty cool. We're hanging in there. I probably will shift these up here because I do not right now I cannot rail them out of Magway. So I think we're done here, and I will just, soon as I can, I'm gonna get these air units out of here. Because if they're damaged, they're gonna be destroyed on the ground when he takes this. If he came this way, he doesn't know it, but he could eliminate a third of our squadron. Um, we do have 16 backup fighters, P-38s though. But the testament to how strong these are is they faced off against a higher number of Oscars and just swept them from the sky. I think I'm done bombing these guys for a while. Well, especially, let's look at the stats here. The Wellingtons, oh, that's not bad. 6 fatigue. They could go again. Uh, I'm running out of these, aren't I? All right. Now we have no aircraft in the pool. 13, 15. I need to get some pilots. Maybe we'll stand down just for now. Like, have everyone chill out. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna hit this. At least with. Why didn't I? Oh, I know why I hit the tanks. I hit the tanks because I didn't want them uh, taking this hex so easily. But now I wish I had hit this at least with. Oh, I know. I'll send some of these guys that can't do anything against tanks. I'll I'll think about it. What I'll do is I'll do another sweep over this Mike Tila, and we'll bomb that and see if we can at least slow down his division. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up here. We did cap this, which he probably expected because he didn't come in. But I'm gonna rotate. I'll rotate these fighters around and have something else cap, and we'll just do different things. Uh, I mean, see if we can hold him off on bombing us again. We do have the rest of the cavalry corps coming up and then going to come in here and reinforce this attack. We've got more cavalry. Their goal is to come here and see if it makes sense to go up here and around. He may have shortened his line to where he's parked here, and if he's not parked, yeah, anyway, if there's no gap, then I guess this cavalry corps will come up here and see if we can blow a hole in his line. Um, let's see. These are, this is Desert Rough, which is, well, rough, but this is just simply desert, and we'll do a shock attack, which I'm not a big fan of. And he's likewise not a fan of shock attacking across here. I wonder if he may have his big units down in this area, and so these are just guys holding a line so we don't get around behind him. Very kind of smart. I mean, if I was a better player, I could probably still work with it, but in at my level, that's pretty smart. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here. I've gone on way longer than I wanted to, and that I like to. 20 minute, just rambling on for 20 minutes here after the turn was over, even. So I'm going to close this up, and we'll come back next time. We'll run the June 20th turn, and hopefully it's a good one. Honestly, can't tell you everything that I'm going to be doing. I gave you a kind of a brief summary of some of my options and thoughts. The rest I'll play around with and work out, and then we'll see it resolved next video. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.